Establishing a hedging price range. A price range allows traders to hedge the price they pay or receive for goods, such as dairy ingredients, within a fixed price range, effectively creating a price floor and a price ceiling. Establishing a price range helps hedgers know the minimum and maximum amount they will receive or pay, allowing them to plan their business more confidently in the future. A price range is an options trading strategy and is also known as a collar, a risk reversal, or in some circumstances as a zero-cost collar. A hedger can establish either a long collar or a short collar depending on their underlying physical position. A long collar protects against falling prices while still allowing the holder to take advantage of some upward movements in price, but at a lower cost compared to simply buying a put option. Those involved in producing or selling dairy products, such as farmers or exporters, would generally be interested in using a long collar. For those involved in buying milk or dairy products, such as processors or manufacturers, the opposite applies. They would generally trade a short collar. A short collar protects against rising prices, while still allowing the holder to take advantage of some downwards movements in price, but at a lower cost to simply buying a call option. This video will describe how hedgers can establish a price range by using options to create a long collar to hedge their price risk. For example, assume it is March and a whole milk powder exporter, Chris, is planning to sell a portion of his inventory. He is concerned that whole milk powder prices may decline by the time he is ready to sell in June. The current June futures price is $3,000 per metric tonne. Chris is comfortable at selling his whole milk powder at the expected price of $3,000 will allow him to make a profit. To take advantage of any upward price movement and ensure the price he gets will not drop beyond a specific level, Chris decides to use a price range as part of his hedging strategy. After reviewing his objectives and NZX option strike prices, Chris decides that he would like to buy a whole milk powder put option with a strike price of $2,900 for a premium payable of $50 and simultaneously sell a whole milk powder call option with a strike price of $3,200 for a premium receivable of $30. This means he will implement the strategy at a net premium cost of $20, the difference between the $50 premium he paid and the $30 premium he received. Deducting the net premium leads to a net floor price of $2,880 from the put option and a ceiling price of $3,180 from the call option, creating a $300 selling price range. This means no matter what happens in the futures market during the life of the option, his net selling price will be no lower than $2,880 per metric tonne and no higher than $3,180 per metric tonne. For instance, if the futures price drops to $2,750, his net selling price will be $2,880 per metric tonne, being the futures price of $2,750 plus $150, which is the difference between the put strike price and the futures price minus the $20 net premium he paid. Alternatively, if the futures price goes up to $3,350, his net selling price will be $3,180 per metric tonne, the futures price of $3,350 minus $150, which is the difference between the futures price and the call strike price minus the $20 net premium he paid. The selling price range of $300 is the difference between the two strike prices. Chris will choose his price range based on the risk tolerance of his business. By using a long collar, Chris now knows the minimum and maximum price he will receive for selling his whole milk powder and can plan for the quarter ahead confidently. A cost saving also occurs as the premium received from selling the call option was used to fund or reduce the cost of buying the put option. To reduce his premium cost to zero, Chris would have entered a zero-cost collar. To do this, Chris would have needed to buy an out-of-the-money put option and simultaneously sell an out-of-the-money call option with the same expiration date and the same premium. This effectively cancels out the cost of buying the put option, meaning there is a zero premium cost to implement the strategy. To get his net premium to zero, Chris would have needed to sell his selling range strike price lower. To summarise, collars are a useful alternative tool which hedgers can use to establish a selling or buying range. They offer some participation in favourable price moves for low to no cost by incurring a limited amount of downside risk. In comparison to a single option trade, they can offer an additional advantage by reducing or fully removing the premium cost to trade. To learn more, please refer to our other educational videos at the link on screen.